equipments for elves such as yourself or humans whenever he gets here. So, finding something. Wait, he called me elves. Oh, yeah, so I can call you human then. It totally works.
He called me Hume.
Hume. Oh, well.
And now I get to have a response. Do you get to have a response?
Mine said he called me elf.
Well, I can respond, I'm actually a here, or I could ask him what Humes mean.
Oh, cool. So finding something...
You didn't get a choice?
I haven't clicked forward yet. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
I might be insulted. Oh. I'm fine being called an elf.
Okay.
But this now means...
Canonically, I can now call them elves, and no one can correct me, because I'm just using Crystalnasium logic.
They're freaking elves.
All right, you're Morin.
My hair is fabulous, apparently. Just freaking fabulous. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well, what I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even a scrap of scribbled on parchment of scribbled. A scrap of scribbled on parchment? There we go. Got it. I figured it out, Kyle. I know how to English.
Keep messing up, it makes me look
literature.
good.
What's that?
Keep messing up, it makes me look good.
Okay, I'll do my best. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin, at your service. In this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word, but not literal vehicles. I know it's confusing since there are cars in this world. Actually, we can't mount up on the first yet, so maybe not. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research? Make sure to cite in APA 7th style. Oh ho! So, you've an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, I'll fetch it for you. Do I look stupid?
No, you gotta have a start point. Let's do PowerPoint. Let's do PowerPoint. I want it. I actually wanted this, this is when I want it.
Yep. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson then.
Do it.
I did school this morning. I don't want to do school in game. I finished my assignment for the week over my morning coffee.
Yes. All right.
Oh god, let me clip this. Okay. Oh, I missed the first thing.
Record this. It's important.
Could you bring up that first line and read it so I don't need to show UI while my
100 years ago, or near enough, not to that matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness.
Wonderful. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without ease, until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but the luminous wasteland.
Oh, no turn page set? No. Or anything?
You heard it. There was a sound effect.
Oh, okay, there was, okay.
Yet, just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us.
That could be an ear on the side.
That's Menphilia.
It looks Menphilia, but you see the little, what could be a little... no, it'd be like giant World of Warcraft ears. Yeah.
It's Menphilia.
Got no pants on, it's Menphilia.
It's even, okay, here. The Oracle of Light. You know Menphilia that you saw when you were flying through space towards a crystal with Menphilia in it, and when she talked to you, the title was the Oracle of Light? Yes, Garrett is right. That's all I wanted to establish to you, Valgaunt. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone spared the fate of erasure. I like the style of these illustrations. Here on my 4K monitor, though, I would say they could be a little higher resolution.
You poor thing.
Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. Oh, hey, that lion looks familiar.
Yeah, stupid hat lion.
Yes, stupid hat lion. That looks like something we already fought. These sin eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky.
Children's
Even
books
now.
rocking.
Sorry, what?
Children's books rocking with vocabulary. Well done.
Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh.
Okay. It's not very light of you.
Biblically accurate angel.
Well,
a
that
lion
is an
with a
important
hat.
note. It was something I was curious about, because if you're a sin eater, I assume you eat sins or perhaps souls, but the fact that they're hungering for flesh, you know, they're not even worth reasoning with. They're monsters.
And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Oh, or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. Your exchange with Morin has taught you about the flood of light. There will be a quiz on Monday.
Where are they? Are these going in like a journal or something? I guess so.
I don't know. I mean,
my
we can
book-
just talk to him again. I'm assuming, hey, Morin, what's up?
Oh, is there an apartment here? I want to. Yeah.
Yeah, you can to click on Morin, and there's an option to review modern history. Nice crane shot.
Yeah.
Good job, crane operator. Although everything is perfectly in focus, so it could be a drone.
World of
'Cause
Warcraft.
There's no aperture.
World of Warcraft uses invisible bunnies for everything, but in order to make sure it's authentic, Final Fantasy uses
This
real
is
cranes.
the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium.
I'll meet you at
What
here.
you might need to prepare for your journeys.
This is voice
I
acted.
clicked one more. Meet you on that
Wait a second.
because you've never done it.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well
Not
enough.
really.
Yeah, I wasn't that worried.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal.
You're
As
clearly
for
dying to know
measurement,
this.
We agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough, not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Is that a smartphone?
And I believe that's what a tombstone looks like out in the world. Oh no, yeah. That's the one you get out. The tombstone emote looks like that.
I never noticed that. Oh, that is hilarious.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. Avan Kerm Sin?
What?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm
Oh
here.
my goodness.
What amusements do you have for me today?
That is not the voice I would have
My dear Feo
matched with that character.
paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task.
What is happening?
This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm.
Gentleman is a bit presumptuous. You know how many people
And
I've
we have
murdered?
need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Oh, your
After
nails are
careful
creepy.
consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
I don't want to.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Did one of our friends not get their teeth when they
I
came
like
over?
tooth fairies, you know? Concerned about the teeth.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth, I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the
It'd be
other.
great if one of those brackets said redacted.
Raise your hand.
I do so cautiously. Even Shadowbringers wants me to play Scholar.
'Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe
I
arrival.
will only refer to this character as Manic Pixie from now on.
Oh, snap, you gotta choose.
This is just rude.
Who's your favorite Tataru?
This is just rude.
I like Cry a lot, but Tataru will
I
message
like
Cry.
Cry
You
a
know?
lot too, but
The school tree. You know, you start with someone.
Tataru is OG.
She's got, but yeah, exactly. She has the Rolodex to call everybody else. Like, it just makes sense. Cry would be like, oh, that's great, and then move on with her day and never tell anybody else because she's too busy in Eureka or whatever. So, on your mark.
I'm choosing Tataru in 3, 2, 1, go.
Consider it done.
Tataru's gonna be so confused.
She's
As
probably
you
used to
heard,
weird stuff.
that was Feo Ool of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
As a result of your pact with Manic Pixie, you now have access to delivery, Moogles, and iClicked.
And market boards and that, that sort of stuff. You can now
Yeah.
use this as a hub.
Cool. Cool.